So, let me tell you guys what happened to me yesterday. I went to pick up my mail at Mailbox Plus 2 next to BJ's Wholesale Club in Jacksonville, Florida. See? And I had already received a mail alert where they take a picture of what's in your mailbox before you get there. It showed I had a U.S. Treasury check, right? And you know they're checks because the envelope, and you can always see the Statue of Liberty on them. It shows what it is, which I think the IRS needs to stop doing that, like Social Security changed from putting people's Social Security numbers on cards. They should also change the way that they distribute those checks into a more private envelope. But neither here or there. They sent me the alert that they had received it, but they had not. They had gotten it, but he played with it and said he lost it. A check for $1,900. He either threw it away or lost it. He stole it. To prove it, I'm hearing the third person in the background. I'm hearing papers moving. I'm hearing movement in the back. That's a big ass rat. And I asked them who else is there later in the conversation. They want to pretend it's just them, right? Someone else was in there at that time. So I get the alert on the phone. I go into them. I don't even know the alert is on the phone. Tell you how my spirit works. I didn't know it was an alert on my phone. I'm going to go in and see if the mail ran. Mail come. I see the mail come and go quickly. So he ain't deliver much mail. I go right in behind him a couple minutes later, like 5 minutes, 6, 7, 8 minutes later, because I was making my lunch. And I stopped and said I would go in and get my mail. Check, see if it came. I come in, yeah, your mail came. They are happy. Your mail came. I don't get that kind of energy. Never know, I was looking for my tags. They said my tags never came. I kind of believe they didn't come here because I never got an alert from the post office. The post office is supposed to scan them to say that they got it, unless the post office mail carrier was in on that one. I didn't get my tags. And because they were from out of state, I tried to say send them this one time to this address. They wouldn't let me do it on the app, the site. So they got delivered to my son. They got to me, but they never came to me. So here it is. When I get some mail, my mail is opened. I don't think nothing of it because shit, it ain't nothing but junk. I'm figuring ain't, whatever. But yet, if it says United Health, they don't open that. They don't open anything from the doctor. It's other mail. So I go in and then, yeah, your mail came. You got to sign for it, which normally they don't have me sign. Sometimes they do. Most times they don't. You got to sign for it. So I sign. That's to make sure that I say I got it right. So they say they can't find it. They're looking high and low, but the mail just got delivered. You took pictures already to tell me the mail came, which is supposed to say the post office say they do it. Well, they didn't because they scanned it. He said, I took pictures of it and I put it in the box. You didn't put it in the box because it would still be in the box. Am I right? And then I said, well, backtrack your steps. Well, I got the mail. I took a picture of the mail. He tried to talk like he's slow, but he teaches. He got something wrong. Maybe he had a stroke. Maybe he was just developmentally so way, but he full here. But he's a big, goofy-looking person. So somebody offered him some money to join their club and make him feel like he's important, he'll do it. He's more of a follower than a leader. So he goes and he's pretending to be looking, and the owner, because that one I'm talking about, his dad is also a part owner. He's an investor, supposedly. That's not his son. He's the investor's son, the business partner's son, the other business partner, which I've never met. But I've come in there sometime, and there's a woman working in the back. So this check for $1,900 and some change just randomly disappears within 2 minutes, a couple minutes, 5 minutes of it being delivered. You don't sort it through all this mail that quick. That tells you how quick it was no mail. You lost something. Why would you be walking around my mail anyway? I said, if I would have known it was important, I would have kept it. You knew motherfucking well it's a check. So they want me to sign. I sign. I'm standing in there waiting on them 20 minutes. I say, I'm going to go to my car and have my lunch. I'll come back. I come back and I decide I'm going to sit because they not looking for my mail. They only looking for it when I'm in here. When I come back, he's sitting at his desk doing something, the other one off doing something too. They're not looking. So I'm going to stand in there and make sure that you're going to look for my damn mail. But you ain't looking because you already know where it's at. You got it. So I'm sitting, standing, sitting, waiting, being patient. I said, take my name off of that because I didn't receive my mail. Because I know, don't be trying to say I received it and I didn't. So he pretends he got the book and act like he drew a line through it that I didn't get it, but it was a lie. So I go back this morning, this early rising, not morning, this rising, they need to mourn. This rising, and I say, did you find it? No, I say, well, that was negligency that you all lost my mail. And that's $1,900. And I said yesterday, I don't have gas. I don't have food. It's things I need. And I'm trying to go see my son. I haven't seen my son in 6 months. I lost one son. It'll be 2 years. It is 2 years. Seems like yesterday to me, but it'll be 2 years. His kids are stolen. But in the meantime, I'm watching all these little game bangers with black t-shirts, black sweats, all out here like, yep, and doing all this nodding. They doing this. They let you know who they are. You know what I'm saying? So I said, from now on, I'm going to keep my phone where I can snap a picture. I'm finna get all these little young motherfuckers' picture, and I'm going to give it down to the police station. I'm finna work with the police, and I'm going to make sure the police have a picture of all of them and know that whatever fucking case they got, they stalking and harassing me. As long as I got a motherfucking picture. Just like the night before, some guy parked right next to me, and then started smoking crack or meth or something, and it's coming in my car. My heart started palpitating. I felt real shaky inside, and I felt sick. My throat started hurting. I said, no, he's smoking something he ain't got no business smoking. So I'm waiting on this police officer. He's looking for me. He's going, but I don't see. Okay, he's turning. I'm going to pause this. So I'm telling the police, he said he's going to go talk to him. But I just feel like I'm not getting anywhere. He's like, did you make police reports in other states? Yes, I made police reports in other states. So they're following you here? No, they have people in different locations. I did see a couple familiar faces. That lets me know they followed me. They were familiar damn faces. But the other guys, they're new faces and they wear black. So whatever gang member is the black, that's who the fuck following me. They love they black. And so, he took the check and then pretended that he drew my name on the book that they told me to sign in on. I said, cross my name off. I didn't receive it. So and act like he crossing it off and did something like that. I go in this rising and ask, can I put stolen by my name because I didn't receive it? So the owner, he put his initials bad too, and I put stolen because he trying to say that he ain't in that shit. He know what's going on, but he ain't in it. So after that, what am I telling you guys? Oh, I realized he never even signed that line through my name, so he clearly part of the game. Why would you pretend you draw a line through the name and you knew you hadn't? And then I signed my name and then there it is. And then all these gangbangers out here yesterday and they black doing this, letting you know, yep, it was them. Doing this nodding and shit. They do that to let somebody know. And when I be parking at Walmart, you be hearing horns blowing, them doing shit. and letting each other know that I'm over there and all that. I don't fear death. I don't fear death. If I die, I know I'm going to a good place because I've crossed over twice for sure and possibly 3 times. I know I'm going to a good place. I can't say that for these people because they got to be tortured for how they tortured me. That is my desire. That they be tortured the way I was tortured. And I believe the universe is going to grant it. Solely, I believe the universe is going to grant it because I didn't deserve it. It would be different if I had done that shit to them than you deserve it because it's level up, just like police. If you fighting somebody and it goes from fist to fist mutual combat to somebody brandish a knife or something, then you up the ante of that fight. That's not equal. So it wasn't equal that you stalked me to this degree. It wasn't equal that you stole my shit. It wasn't equal that you tortured me. And it was not equal that you poisoned me. And was not equal that you crashed me in a car, had my pelvic bone, I could barely walk on it, and crying through the store to just get around. And it wasn't equal that I went to an airport to try to get a rental car, go to the bus station to try to get a bus, and they made the ticket twice the price. It wasn't equal that they said the bus is full. I couldn't get a plane to go to my son's funeral. And then it wasn't equal that my daughter insists that we put him in the ground now. When that funeral could have waited, he could have stayed out that ground 2 goddamn weeks. Why we had to bury him in a week? Because they didn't want me there. And didn't want to use that as their excuse for me not coming. My daughter is in this gang banging shit too. Because she felt I tried to take the granddaughter I raised for 8 years from her. The girl said she didn't want to stay with her mama. She wanted to come back to me. Her mama said, if you go back to her, I don't want nothing to do with you. I ain't going to have nothing to do with you. Don't call me no more and I won't be calling you. I thought, well, I'm sickly. Maybe I better just go ahead and let her go back to her mama. Well, that was 2016. 17, rather. I'm still here. They kept pushing me until I had a stroke. And then after I got out the hospital from my stroke, the next day, my so-called cousin, my play cousin, decided to pick an argue with me after she looking, doing all kind of strange shit with her face, her sister on the phone talking about I'm dyeing my hair like these young girls. This shit is natural. You look at my roots. They white, not black. This is me. But people want to add, chop, and act like they ain't in this shit and they in it with the thickness. They in it to the fullest. And then people acting like, oh, I'm getting what I deserve. Ain't nobody deserve this. I don't know nobody to deserve this except the people who done this to me. So $1,900 just stolen, and I posted talking about they're going to have to remedy this, figure out what they can do. I'm trying to make a police report so I can go to small claims court. And then I'm going to do a review. Since I got so many followers, I need to do a review. That business, they negligent in my money. They negligent in my time. And all this energy I'm spending, which is negative energy, on trying to retrieve what belongs to me rightfully. After I took a whole month to go to the IRS and get an appointment for them to even see me, to say that it was me, to verify me, to release my money, then they hear on the phone the money coming because my phone is hacked. So they hear too to get the money. So anyway, instead of me buying a power box, like I'm all thinking I'm finna get my power box and this and that, I'm still in the heat. These thieves got $1,900 plus to do whatever. Get somebody some, split them. They had to give him something to let him do it. And all he can keep telling me is Mark or somebody ain't getting their mail either. So-and-so ain't getting their mail either. What the fuck that got to do with me? And it must be that the gang members trying to say that somebody else having a problem or what. But either way, Humpty Dumpty is what I'm going to be his new name because he Humpty Dumpty and Frumpy. And he supposedly teaches a class or something, but he act like he's slow, but he got enough sense to steal. He got enough sense to steal. And like I say, all these guys always looking and shit like that at me, it's clear. And see, ain't none of them out here today. None of them. They got my money, they gone. Yesterday, it was like a motherfucking, everybody just wanted to be, three of them, I seen three yesterday. And all doing this nodding shit at each other and whoever, whatever car they in and nodding. Wearing they black. And then look at me. They all look at me. And then two Caucasian guys walk past, eyes squinted, stared at me the whole time they walking. While you walking, you supposed to look where you going. Just squinting, looking at me. So people want to act like this shit is okay and oh, it's easier said than done, I know. And I wouldn't have let go of my business. Well, I thought I was opening another reputable business. I opened a convenience store. So yeah, I let go of that business that people thought I can get you closed down with a lie. I got sick of all those investigations that were unfounded because my shit was on what it should have been. Everything they tried, it was unfounded. But I got sick of that energy. And I went and opened a store, something I desired. I was opening the store while I was opening that and trying to open a second group home. I decided not to open that second group home, to let that house go that I raised my kids in and get the fuck out of that city. Because I saw how many evil people were there. I didn't go to school with them. They weren't my friends. So there was no correlation or connection with us. It was all enemies. And then you get into it with somebody, they all friends, and then they cousin come and get hired. Just say you talk about Jesus, she'll hire you. She'll give you some money. And da-da-da-da, everybody got a sob story, and I'm helping everybody like I'm God. I'm not doing that no more. Take it to Jesus. I'm out here in these streets. Ain't nobody helping me. Ain't nobody give me no power box. I'm trying to decide about it, and I'm not going to go with that guy and give him no $1,000 for the land. Not that $1,000 for land is bad. No, he got to have trees cleared and this and that. But that interest rate is bullshit. That ain't what he told me. He told me one interest rate, gonna say that was if you got a loan. No, we had already seen from the start I couldn't get a loan. Then we were discussing if I had done the land contract or just paying you what it would be. And I wrote all that shit down. Those numbers was written down as he said it. Then going later, it's 30%. I'm not that confident in you. Well, you're not confident in me. You can't be my business partner because I need somebody who believes in me, and I need all that energy to connect because I know I got millionaire ideas. I know I got millionaire ideas. But ain't nobody behind me to help push. Nobody behind me to lend me nothing. Nobody behind to believe. I don't even really give a damn if you believe, but if you my business partner and my energy got to connect to yours and our money connecting, interchanging, you got to believe in me. You got to. I don't need that negative energy. It'll take a minute to get my chickens to hatch and have eggs. And for me to sell eggs and get the customers, I go to the public markets and all that, stand out, let people know on corner, whatever. I got eggs. Get a big sign printed. I got eggs. This price. And people going to stop because they know how much they are in the grocery store. If I'm undercutting them, they're going to buy me out. Period. Then I want to have my garden and sell what produce I don't eat, the extra, on the spot too. Let them know I got these things. Give it. Making something. I ain't trying to get rich, just enough so that I can pay my bills. Then I wanted to have boondock parking until one day I will have electric installed, water installed, plumbing to have showers and laundry. I want a store on that land. I want everything that I desire. And I believe dreams do come true. I believe I can have what I want as long as I keep thinking of it. But it's things like this that come to make you lose hope in what your vision is, because I'm study fighting and everybody, just ignore it. You got to ignore it. Make me feel like you part of that shit too. Talking about just ignore it. How the fuck you going to ignore somebody stealing your money? How the fuck you going to ignore somebody coming always saying shit, doing shit to you? Come on now. But if I done anything to one of them, I would go to fucking jail. Period. And that's what I get tired of, the imbalance of the law. How you gonna just steal somebody's shit, get away with it? But I if I commit any fucking crime, The universe made me hurt my knee. I beat somebody's ass for disrespecting my child, telling my child I didn't want to have her, and she was in 2nd or 3rd grade. And right here today, me and that kid still got issues of her thinking I don't want her. Because we young mothers, we are 22, 23, sitting around talking about our shit, and I'm finna have another baby, my 3rd baby. I don't know what to do because I can't take care of a 3rd one. I'm not working. I don't want to be a welfare mom forever, and I know I come from a legacy of women who all got their job except my mom. I don't want to be like that, and I don't know how they got to be teachers and do this and do that. It's not connecting for me. How do I get in that field? How do I do something with myself? So I didn't want a baby then. I didn't want her to have lack or less, and I didn't want the two I had to have less. I wanted my kids to have everything I didn't have. And she told her I wanted an abortion. And had told her elementary daughter, the same age, to go to school and tell her daughter shouldn't even been able to pronounce that word, let alone what it meant, and then say her godmother ain't her godmother. That hurt my daughter, and that's the problem we have. Nobody understands, and I'm guilty of every fucking thing. And I was in my bed. I don't understand how all this shit got snowballed. It's like everybody wanted to get a lick. And you can see I had a stroke and you still coming at me and shit. You want me dead. You calling yourself my cousin? You're not my cousin. Starting to argue with me the next fucking day after I get out the hospital. If you wanted me to leave feeling like them people causing you a problem in your life, just say, poo-poo, you can't stay here no more. It's causing a problem, and I need my grandson to come here, and they putting shit in my house and doing shit. I can respect that. I love you, cousin. Thanks for letting me be there while I was there. I even said, okay, we just can't communicate like we did. I told her I love her, take care and all this, but she studied texting, saying mean shit and lies on her text, and I was just mean. I was this. Anybody have a stroke face ain't the same. Anybody, I'm feeling all this negative energy. I'm pissed because what you doing to me is wrong. So yes, the police is coming back. I'm gonna continue this. Oh, yes. The cop was really, really, really nice and very informative. He gave me all kinds of information on other countries and told me I would do better in another country because of what's happening here. And he was telling me the cost of different things. I probably could have pulled him. He could have, if I would have had a haircut and looked like somebody today. Anyway, long story short, short story long. I'm better now. But yeah, this girl told my daughter this, and we've had a rift in our relationship for years. And she would always be around me, but always been that child that was challenging, you know. Always loved her, still love her, but we don't ever get along. Sometimes we used to get along a lot, but then she had her baby and just started smelling the stuff and treating me different for whatever hormones, whatever she was going through. And we started having a rift in our relationship, but I've always loved her baby and all her kids. And that's just what it is. Anyway, they took my money, and that one guy, he knows he took it. So when the police come out, he's got a different opinion on what's going on. I think they told him what was up, because he's telling me, you would do better in another country, and you should maybe look into this and look into that, and you would do better. So he was very informative on the price of things and how much a plane ticket would cost, and those are things for me to check out. The only thing is I would miss my son so much, but I'm by myself, and when you're by yourself, people target you. And I was awarded $378,000 for a class action lawsuit. Took years to go through, and we got it. And that man stole money from everybody, especially me. Sent me $1,500 because my phone was hacked. He figured I'm being targeted anyway, and he could get away with it, and sent me $1,500 after I've had surgeries. I had lost on my bodily functions and got down to a wheelchair, and it was really, really bad. Um, my memory had started going and everything, but I reversed it with what I ate. I ate life and I began to rehab life, you know. The body is amazing. It wants to heal itself. If you stop eating, your body starts to reset itself. If you start, when you refill it, feeding it life, life is what it'll give you. So we've been taught differently, but what we need to do is let food be thy medicine and let thy medicine be our food. Everything you need, every vitamin you need is in the earth. But once you cook your vegetables, you're killing the enzymes in the vegetables. You're not benefiting from it. So the best thing is raw. And if we look at how we were created, there wasn't nobody cooking anything. They was picking it from the trees and from the leaves, and they were just eating it, consuming it, and it nourished the body. We've gotta have ice when we eat. Other cultures, they have tea. You should drink something warm after a meal so that your body can digest it and process it, utilize it, and get rid of it. When you drink cold, it coagulates the butter, the oils in it, and it makes you gain weight. It makes you unhealthy, and your body have a hard time getting rid of it. Not to mention, your body has to warm up cold water before it can even utilize it. So you're so thirsty, but you're drinking this ice cold water, your body's still thirsty because it's going to take a while for it to warm up that water to give you what you need. So, anywho, since I had my stroke, I had been eating and doing what I wanted to do. Not that that should be something to do. I'm back on my track now, and I'm trying to get back into breaking my fast at 3, and then I'm going to do a couple days a week, 3 days a week at 5. Do the rest at 3 o'clock is what I'm getting to. I did it a couple days last week, and I did almost to 2 o'clock, 2:48 today. I'm going to get back into doing that because I'm a size 8 in my pants and a medium top, but now my muffin top hanging over, so I can use a large top, but I still fit my 8s in my pants. But I'm going back down. I got to stop with all this munching, but whatever I need right now, I don't beat myself up. Oh, I shouldn't have ate that, because now you're sending the wrong frequency to that food, and it's going to bring you sickness. It's going to not go well in your body because of how you feel about what you just ate. So you got to bless your food, they call it. Be blissful when you eat and be grateful that it's going to nourish your body and your cells. And if it doesn't, don't look at it as, oh, I shouldn't have ate that. Look at it as one bite at a time. Don't say Monday morning I'm going to start, and it's one bite at a time. Why you can't start with the next bite? So right now I'm probably going to go have a pineapple because I don't really feel like eating. I want something to eat, but what I want to eat I don't need to eat. So, and I'm really not hungry. It's just I think I want to eat. And I got some gum for my chewing because a lot of times I just be wanting to chew. So I got my gum, and I'm going to go get me a pineapple, and that's what I'm going to eat today, and cut my pineapple and eat it. Because I got to get back down because it's summertime, and I was thinking of my cute little dresses. I said, I want to put on my dress. I said, no, I'm not putting on that dress with all this belly. So, because I don't want my muffin top. I don't have to have it, and I won't have it in another couple of weeks. So, I'm going to do what I got to do. Anyway, long story short, I love you guys. And let me know if you think I should go to the Philippines. If you think I should go to Madagascar. I don't know about going to Madagascar because I've seen Madagascar. I don't know. They got some pretty geckos over there. Beautiful colored geckos. Um, I think of leaving the country, and I thought of Africa. But then so many problems over in Africa. And if I go to some different places like Philippines, different places, they got a mixed breed of people. And I could also teach English over there. He said I would be a good English teacher. And that's what I got an A in English and in government in high school. I know proper English. I know proper pronunciation. I know how to do a lot of things where English is concerned, and I probably would make it. I don't know though if I would want to do something on an everyday basis. That's my dilemma because some days my body don't feel well. Some days my head is hurting. Some days like today my ankle is throbbing because there's inflammation in it. Inflammation brings pain. What did I have that brought inflammation? I had some salami the other day, but it was good. So it ain't something I can have often, but why you want to eat something that make you hurt? That's just foolery. Anyway, long story short, I got to do better. I just know I think about going to another country, but I would miss my baby so much. But if the money good and he can come and live a life over there too, maybe he should think about coming to live a life over there and getting the heck out of America. You know? The officer was saying I'm lighter than him. To me, I ain't think so, because I've got a tan like a mug. So, yeah, I need a haircut. I ain't looking my sexy like I be looking all sexy, tapped into my sex zone. Not today, baby. Anyway, I'll get back with you guys. Love you. Peace in the Middle East.